Welcome to StarCrawlers. This is a new game that's released on Steam Early Access. It's in the closed stages right now, but I have access, so I'm going to be playing this for the near future. I don't know how long the game actually is. This is not the whole game, as you may have guessed from the whole... This is build beta 2 mark, or the early access part. But nonetheless, we are going to do this as a new RPG for the channel. It's something a little bit different from the ones we have done before. So I've already played, as you can see from the continue and load game. I adjusted the music to be lower so you can hear me more clearly from the get-go, and we are going to be commencing a new game. Here we are, boss. Terminus 9, hub for the sector. Maybe it's nicer inside than it looks from out here. Guess we'll find out together. Let's dock. Word is the bartender runs the wire here. He's the one you should talk to about getting some jobs. Plenty of credits to be made, if we get on his good side. Time for a drink, then. So here you get to choose what character you want to play as. There are 7 available right now, with 1 that can be unlocked later. And the job that I liked most, I think, is the Force Psyker. This is what I played as before. And we are going to name our Force Psyker Hero. So, Master of Nanite Manipulation. Hackers are in high demand with crawler teams looking to gain access to high security areas. Ill-suited for direct combat, hackers provide... What? Okay, for some reason they don't have the correct text displayed for Force Psyker. So, controlling and manipulating enemies is your specialty, your weakness is direct damage. Okay, here we go. Now we have the correct one. Let me fix the name once again back to Hero. Sent forth from their monastery home ship, Geduld, Force Psychers quest to develop their powers while collecting tithes to send home. Rebellious initiates often fall in with crawlers, their ability to shape raw psychic energy making them valuable allies. Strength, defending allies, smiting foes. Weakness, protracted engagements. So you have a battery of energy, and bad things start to happen as the battery gets depleted. So that's the whole Force Psyker aspect. Early on, we should not be having prolonged engagements, meaning I think I get the best return for him early. So we have Hero now. The only place that you can access right now is Doc Sam's. A haggard-looking bartender is working the bar, his mech arm continuing to wipe down the pitted counter as he sizes you up. Evening, don't think I've seen you around here before. Let me be the first to welcome you to Station Terminus 9, Jewel of the Sector. Locals call her Styx for short. What's your poison? Terminus 9? What happened to the other 8? You'll find Terminus stations scattered all around the fringes. I reckon whoever was in charge of naming them ran out of original ideas a few thousand parsecs inworld from here. Can I pour you that drink, or you want to take the walking tour too? No drinks, thank you. Employment is my goal in seeking you out today. We're full up on bar staff right now. He produces a filthy rag from his apron and rubs absent-mindedly at the counter. Taking a long drag from his cigar, he stares at you evenly. You misunderstand me, friend. I'm just funning with you. It's not every day a new crawler shows up. Subtlety's a trait you might want to think about cultivating, by the way. The trouble is, my wire's on the fritz. Even if I wanted to give you a job, I can't get a signal right now. Maybe you could do me a favor and grab some spare parts from the basement. If I can get her operational again, then we can deal. So, your options are, sure, I can do that. What's the wire? Or, wait, is this some kind of tutorial? Are you tutorialing me? Doc seems taken aback momentarily, but swiftly regains his composure. Well, yes, now that you mention it, but I do need the parts. Actually, hold him and listen, punk. Lesson 1 of crawling. Don't be too quick to turn down a paying job. They can't be all high-stakes heists. Sometimes you gotta make do with what's an offer, even if it's pilfering a shipload of stuffed space monkey bears. There's 10 credits in for you if you succeed, and you might even learn something. Fair enough, I'll do it. Doc waves you off and turns to deal with a particularly surly customer, calling you over his shoulder as he goes. Thanks much. Check the job board in a minute and head on down to the basement whenever. Watch out for Sudsy. Sudsy? So here you get your option. You can take the job. You can look for work, basically recruit other teammates. I have the prototype unlocked from earlier play. And you can only have one of each job, I believe, even if you wanted to change the gender and stuff like that. So for now, we don't have any money to recruit anyone. Let's go look for work. Before you learn to crawl, employer Doc Sam's, job type asset acquisition, danger rating, cakewalk, suggested level 1, Wire is offline because of a faulty transceiver module. Doc Sam's wants you to head down to the Styx basement and look for a replacement part. Once the wire is active, he may be able to find you some paying work. Reward 10 credits and 100 EXP. It takes 500 to level up. So we only have the one character, Hero. Let's launch mission. So there's your loading screen. Here's the movement stuff to tell you about WASD to move, strafe with Q and E. And I don't know if this is pre-generated or what, but let's move that aside. We can push the button, and lo and behold, loot! Boomslang Tactical Shield of Energy absorbs 5 damage. I'm going to take that, and I don't remember all my hotkeys yet, so loadout. So right now I have a Flickering Shield, absorbs 2 damage, has 3 charges. This one will absorb 5 damage and has 3 charges. So this is a no-brainer. With that in place, we can now look around. So the door here is locked. They tell you that you can interact with stuff. Hold down the right mouse button because we need to find something to unlock the door. And you may have noticed this just lit up. I made sure to turn over here a moment ago so you could see that that wasn't there a second ago. So by pushing that, that unlocks the door, and a kid appears. You can leave him alone, order them to hold still, or call it they mean no harm. I tried this last time and nothing happened, so hold still, sucker. Vanished in the shadows. I don't know if there's any long-term consequences for that, and we may never know. So you have abilities that can help you explore and open up new areas or just in combat. They're trying to teach you to assign certain ones, and we need to dismantle this. So we need to assign ability points. So let's open that and we go to our abilities. I'm going to take the first point in Sentinel. I don't really know what the ideal one is. Force Hammer kind of sounds like the fun one, but I think I can always take these back out. I'm not totally sure. So we'll use our Sentinel power to smash the barricade. And we're looking for this. So we're going to hack the interface. I don't know if you have a hacker, if you can just bypass this, but the hacking thing is a little weird here. So we're currently hacking. We have our programs Thor, Loki, and Freya from all Norse mythology, and we have to deal with an enemy AI. So if the alert level reaches 11, we get kicked out, hack fails. So I believe this is the hack thing. So in order to fight, you have to left click to bring up your menu, and your options are Medic, Heal, generates 1 alarm, Tranquility, damage a random enemy, and reduce the alarm levels. That's how Freya works. We're going to use hers. So she did a little bit of damage, but not too much. Thor, Crush, generate 1 alarm at 5 damage. Or Smite, 1 to 3, but this hits everything. Generates 3 alarm. Let's Crush. Thor, Smash. Damn, he hit Thor. So Loki's up. He has Trickery, 2-turn cooldown, stun the target program, or strike all the programs. And that's that. So this looks suspicious, but I don't know if that's something that's implemented yet. And here is Sudsy. So this is your tutorial fight. Sudsy won't actually attack you. So they tell you your team and enemies are displayed at the timeline on the top of the screen. The leftmost is the currently acting. As you go further right, that's the sequence of turns. It's kind of turn-based. It's kind of ATB. On your turn, yeah, we still do the same thing. Your abilities have cost to activate. Some go off faster than others, and you have to calculate your turns accordingly. The arrow will show you approximately where you're going to place. Let's go! So my options are Warding Blow, does a little bit of damage, or Strike. Since Sudsy is no threat, he just keeps spraying you. All you have to do is just keep whacking him. Sadly, he is faster than my Force Psyker, so that prolongs the fight slightly. Also helps my Psyker freaking lands his Sword Strike. And right there, he's getting another turn before we get one. Since this guy is not really lethal, it's not the end of the world, it's just annoying. And poor Sudsy, he got what was coming to him. So we got 13 EXP, and you can see we need 540 to level up. So what we're looking for is that green light here. Found a module and some loot. So your loot should be randomly generated. It's not that well scripted. But this level seems pretty fixed from my previous attempt. Mission complete, fetch the wire doodad, return to sticks, yes. We're done here, there's no enemies to fight, we just need to get out. So mission complete, we get an extra 100 EXP, and we also get the 10 credits. So that unlocks the store and the medical bay. Neither of these we can really use yet. Doc glances up as you enter. Well, hey there, hotshot. Looks like Sudsy was no obstacle, and you return victorious, wire parts in hand. Did you do something different with your armor? It's sparkling. A fine jest. My armor enjoyed the attention, though Sudsy did not enjoy mine. Just my way of having a bit of fun with the newbies. No hard feelings, eh? Don't worry about Sudsy. Gives our engineer Tallery something to fix. Speaking of which, you should head over to her store if you're looking to gear up. Wire will be up and running shortly. In the meantime, Tallery just posted a local job. So, tell me more about the station. Not much to tell us to interest you. We're Station Terminus 9, or Sticks if you're a local. Name applies with the ass end of nowhere, so you'll begin most of your supplies on station, excepting what you can acquire on runs. Anyone I should meet? Tallery Hobbs is the station engineer and runs the general store. She's a mite short, but a whiz when it comes to fixing up anything with mechanical parts. She also brings in a steady supply of weapons and armor from off-station and sells them at a decent price, so go see her if your gear gets dicey. Anyone else? Lucas Filch works over in the med bay, doling out whatever tonics we can bring in this far-off world. He may be able to patch you up if you get in a bad scrape, but he's no miracle worker. He also sells medkits that can save your bacon in the field. Anything else? That's about all I know. That's about all I know that might interest you. Hoping to get a few new amenities in the future, but we can talk more about that later. Talk to you later. So, we now have the credits needed, or no, we're a little short. So, damn, I have to go sell something if I want to recruit someone. So, Rusted Thresher of the Bear, melee weapons. I don't know if I could actually use that. Let's ditch the flickering, or wait, the flickering shield has no value. So yeah, if we're gonna sell anything, we need to sell this. So we can now pick up teammates. The one that I think is best to pick up is the engineer. And I don't really have any names set aside for them. We'll go with Vicara. The engineer is handy with a pneumato-wrench and can rig just about anything out of a few rusty hunks of scrap. Experts at support using their constructs and mechanical skills. Strength is turning scrap into allies. Weakness getting up close and personal. So this is someone who has utility but kind of sucks in combat. Sadly, I don't know what their long-term abilities are to know which ones are a priority. First I was thinking the engineer was the one to pick up for like healing, but I don't know if that's truly the case. So we're going to recruit an engineer. It's going to cost us our whole bankroll, and we can now do the distressing signals. Employer, Tallery Hobbs. Job investigation. Danger rating easy. Suggested level 1. Tallery Hobbs, the Styx engineer, is looking for a crew to investigate a distress beacon coming from a salvage junker in the area. Investigate the ship for surviving crew and do whatever you can to help them out. So the reward is 100 credits. We get 500 EXP, so that's basically a free level. And if the engineer can get 40 EXP on this mission, that'll be a free level for her as well. So right here we have to choose who you want to take with us. You highlight the ones you want to take, Hero and Vicara, and launch. A subtle trill from your comlink signals an incoming transmission. Luna appears on the hollow, looking annoyed as usual. What's the what in there? Atmo is low. Looks like the power is 2. Nothing exciting in the airlock. Seeing as this is our first job in a while, try not to botch it. I got a ship in burning need of fuel and parts. Any questions on the job? What are we after again? Boss, may I say you've got a mind that's more plastic sieve than steel trap. Noted. We're looking for whoever sent the distress beacon. They might need a part, some fuel, or maybe a lift back to the station. Either way, let's see if we can't help out and earn ourselves a paycheck. Okay, moving out. Hold up, getting a call relay from the Styx wire for you. Who's calling? A snarl creases Luna's mouth. Corp rep for Chimera Biopharma Solutions. Do you want me to patch them through? You're not a fan of Chimera? Hardly. Word on the wire is they've been bucking hard against all regulations on biotech experimentation. Up to nasty stuff in places people don't go. Their creds spend like any core, but gives me the crawls whenever we have to work with them. Want me to patch them through? Well, we may as well. Sure, I'll talk to them. Thank you for taking my call. I'm contacting you on behalf of my employers. I believe our interests may be aligned currently. The ship you've boarded was delivering medical supplies belonging to my employer. The supplies were to be paid for by the recipients, but as it now seems they will not be delivered, we would like to reclaim our property. My employer will pay you 100 credits to locate and return these supplies. So, let's say the payment could be increased. Perhaps you're new to crawling? That is not how third-party contracting works, Crawler. My company generously offers an employment opportunity with appropriate compensation and credits and goodwill, and you accept or decline. Typically, you'll want to accept what is kindly offered. Payment is 100 credits. Will you collect the supplies or not? Sounds reasonable. Well, keep an eye out for your supplies. Excellent. I will ensure the credits are deposited to your account when you have secured our supplies. Thank you in advance for your services. Okay. So, Luna may not like them, but we gotta pay some bills. Heads up, we got PEAs active. Some must have activated the security system. Stay frosty, the place is probably crawling with them. Target practice time. So this is the enemy that they're referring to, which we now have to dispose of. And now that I think about it, I didn't pick up the move for the engineer. So I took 1 damage and my shield got hit. The shield is necessary to mitigate a good portion of their damage. Once the shield goes down, you can really start to take a beating. So NG's up first. We're going to shoot. You can see it costs 150 time units, 3 to 6 damage with 4 shots, 90% accuracy, 8% critical rate. So right there we took down the PEA's shield. And now we can actually use our strike to try to finish the job. So right there they did another number on my shield. NG kind of whiffed, but no, I'm gonna take damage. Shoot the NG, shoot the NG. Okay, good. So the NG absorbed the full impact, but there goes my shield. Okay, loadout. Our abilities. We need to switch over to NG. I'm going to pick up Bolty. So your options are Constructor, you deploy a junker thing. This will collect junk and allows you to accumulate some stuff. And as you read down, you can see the different things that you can deploy. So fires mortar, does damage, deploy charger, generates shield, and it will self-destruct if you use that the second time. As for Blasto, attacks its targets, does damage, only lasts 2 turns maybe. If you use it a second time, you fire 2 to 8 shots. Gets stunned after using. Meanwhile, over here we get Bolty and the different commands that go with Bolty. So, hand cannon, shot blocker. As for Bolty, deploys your personal project. Bolty enters the battle with half your max health. Bully does quite a bit of damage, and that's why I think I'm going to go with Bolty for now. You can see up here you can take 5 abilities into battle with you. You get to choose out of your list here, and hopefully you choose wisely so you survive. In the meantime, what have we over here? We have a locked door, so I'm not going that way. Okay, we just picked up 5 credits. Now these dungeons are supposed to be randomly generated, but since we're so early in the game, all of this stuff may still be scripted. I may not be far enough to where everything actually goes its own separate way. So we picked up an extra 5 credits. Someone was composing a message on this tablet when whatever happened, happened. The deal's too flush to pass on, even capping down with transporting chems. What you don't know can't hurt us. I stashed the goods in my locker. Passcode's in the galley in the usual place. Remember, red, yellow, red, yellow. My contact will flag you and get a Parsi sector for the drop. Smits. So the galley, we'd have to look for red, yellow to get the combination, but I think the NG can just hack it. And we have a bot here. Let's fight. And let's drop Bolty. So Bolty has appeared in our list, and he's going to attack when his turn comes up. But first things first, ideally we'd get the shield out of the way so Bolty can do some damage. So you can see right there, Bolty still did a crap load of damage. So here we found... oh wait, small medkit. I'll take that, thank you. Actually, let's go this way. So when they said red, yellow, this is what comes to mind. But I don't really know my ship terminology and know what a galley actually is, and I don't want to pause the video to go Google it. So pulling up the map, we are starting to run out of options to explore. Blockers. Well, before we go over there, let's go to the bridge, which should be right up here. Or not. Medical crates stamped with the logo of Chimera Biopharma Solutions are stacked here. Shipping manifest clipped to the front. Inspect the manifest, leave the supplies alone, contact Luna, let's inspect. Bound for Bright Hall, a colony in the region that has been struggling with an outbreak of pox. Bill has been paid in full with Chimera and the colony is waiting delivery. So we can leave them alone, contact Luna to collect the supplies, take it to the colony, or take it to Chimera. So... by sending it to where it's supposed to be, like, let's leave it alone for now and let me pull up the menu. So here we have the reputation grid. So you can see at the very beginning everything is neutral. Chimera is right here, and the place that they mentioned, I'm not really seeing that listed on here. So by trying to do the right thing for the colony, will put us on bad terms with Chimera, and depending on your relationships, that changes how the course of the game is going to go. So Bright Hall, let me just make sure. Bright Hall. Sadly, at first you'd think that these are in alphabetical order, but actually, are they? I thought some seemed out of place. Okay, the Accord. So yeah, right here you do have a little bit of a... unless they're... like here it looks like they're counting social as the S, but here they're counting the on Accord as... yeah. So Bright Hall is not listed, so we are not going to risk provoking wrath just yet. So let's send these to Chimera. You are go for Luna. Bring the shuttle around. I've located the medical supplies Chimera we're looking to claim. Well, enough for my opinion on Chimera. I can state categorically that I love me some creds. I'll relay that we've got the goods. And right there we picked up 100 credits for doing the wrong thing and denying the colony the medicine they so badly need. And every once in a while there is a hidden repository of items that you may be able to unlock by just mousing over the right thing. Up. We gotta fight. So for some reason that thing's faster than me and gets the first shot off. We're going to drop Bolty as per usual. Now we need to try to smash that shield. We got to do a little bit of chip damage. Got another turn and did 1 damage to me, but Bolty just ran his ass down, and now we need to finish the job. So you can see that the engineer herself is not really a contributor to the team's DPS, but Bolty sure as hell is. And what have we here? So, Boomslang Heavy Shield, 9 charges absorbed, wow. So, let's grab this Boomslang Heavy Shield, and we sure as hell are going to equip that. So, loadout, hero first. So, 9 damage absorbed, 4 charges. What does she have? Flickering Shield, 2 damage, 3 charges. We'll give her the other one. And sadly, these things are kind of worthless to sell. What does NYI mean? Not yet included, or? So right now I'm just trying to mouse over stuff, looking to see if I can interface with anything or interact or whatever. And it's looking like the place is a little dead. Hello? Boomslang pistol. Let's grab that. And I can't really make out the post-it notes. Good thing to know that hundreds of years in the future, those things are still relevant. Aha. Or wait, that's why I was clicking on. Old reliable. Yeah, I use a hammer, not a gun. As for her, 3 to 6 damage with 4 shots. I'm going to try the new pistol. I don't know if it's actually an improvement, though. The bridge is ominously lifeless. Luna's face appears on your comm. Nothing to report out here. Escape pods unlaunched. Looks like some airlocks might have been opened, though. I find it hard to imagine these souls met a good end. The bridge yawns to the bleak expanse of space. Was he supposed to say that, or was that supposed to be like the narration? Creepy. You find the ship log? Logs are here. Let me see. Display is open to the ship's log. Someone's in the process of making an entry. Scanning the log entries reveals the crew recently discovered a massive ship. The words "score of a lifetime" are a recurring theme. This sounds promising. Logs mention a colony ship, big one, registered on the name Stella Marine. Founded adrift in the Gugan sector. Got the coords here. Gugan, eh? That's only 4 parsecs from here. Anyone on board? Completely abandoned. System still functioning. No apparent signs of mechanical distress. That sounds like a mint find. There's also mention of some cargo they looted from the ship. Logs cut off after that. I say you unlock the cargo hold and see if they pulled in anything worth taking. No crew means their untimely demises are a gain, right? Unless their demise is in the cargo. Things finally show signs of getting interesting. Now you're worried about a little danger? You're a crawler. The possibility of violence is just icing on the loot cupcake. Get your weapons ready and stop whining? Winging? I don't know. Good point. Let's go see what they found. So the locked door is now unlocked. And there was also a whole hallway I did not go down with the lockers that we need to address before wrapping this place up. So over here, let me just make sure that there isn't anything I'm missing. Okay, lockers. So let's look at the first one. Nothing of value. Okay, Jablonski. Artwork of questionable taste. Smits. So here we have the keypad. So we can either enter the code we found or have our NG bypass stuff. Better let me take a look at that. Ignoring the keypad, Vigara crouches down to inspect the maglock mechanism directly. After a few moments of tinkering with the lock, the access light on the car begins to flash. Nothing to it. And her name is listed twice in both of these. Nothing to it. Access light turns green, you hear the soft click of the lock disengaging. You reveal some recreational chems. You could offload these at the station for a decent price. So we are going to borrow those. So not in yet. And finally Nikos. So let's take a candy bar. And we found some credits. I didn't actually see how much, but that's all 4 lockers. And here's the cargo hold. So right there you can see what we're looking for. What's the word, boss? Is it antiques, hot goods, spices? I love spices. It's a crate. Crates of what? Got 1 cargo crate and a whole lot of empty space. Ain't much to see here, feck. A string of incoherent curses fill your ears. You're fecking with me, right? You're such a joker. Haha. No joke, I'll go see what's in it. Oh, don't keep me in suspense. Open the crate already. Right. So before we do that, is there actually anything over here? I remember where all the loot was here, and I don't want to miss anything. Oh well. So here is our boss fight. So we are... You can hear sound within it, machinery. Let's ready our weapons. You can holster your weapons, level them at the crate. I don't know what happens if you actually shoot the crate, so let's find out. So yeah, you have to fight the droid anyway. Looks like its health was not impacted. Maybe it started with a little bit less health because of that. Anyway, let's get Bolty out. So he's charging a pretty nasty attack. Let's see, he has 4 charges on his shield, now 3. Now 2. Let's try our new toy. Still charging. So the good news is the shield is now down for Bolty to run support. 42 hit points remaining. I guess this gun's a slight improvement. Thunderclap. And our shields go bye-bye. Now he's charging his laser. As the sparks die down, the disabled bot is slumped in front of you. It's not completely fried, but the damage looks severe. At any rate, it's down for the count and you're still standing. Luna's voice crackles to life beside you. Looks like you ran into some trouble after all. A challenge, but fortune has seen us through. Any idea what this thing is? I'm no expert, but that's some high-level robotics work. Definitely not off-the-rack tin, if you catch my meaning. Might be worthwhile to cart it back, see if the baby runch jockey can't do anything with it. Good idea, I'll meet you back at the airlock. And that's pretty much the end of this mission. So we now have to actually go to where the entry point is, which is all the way back here. And as far as I know, there's no other hidden pieces of loot, so we just need to blow this pop stand. So let's return to Styx. It's a shame we didn't get there in time to help the crew, but nice work nonetheless. I'd like to have a look at the construct you brought back. Come meet me at the shop when you have a chance. And we got our 100 credits. My guys are now both level 2. And let's continue. As you walk into the station, Talry Hobbs appears, face scrunched up with worry. Thanks for checking out the distress beacon. Too bad we didn't find anyone. Hope they got out okay. Her eyes wander to the jumbled hunk of metal slung over your shoulder and light up. That's something else. You find that on the ship? Mind if I have a quick look? Go right ahead. Tallery takes her time inspecting the bot and its core. Gadgets and gizmos extract from various tool pouches and pockets take numerous readings on the thing's circuitry and mechanical systems. That's quite a beast you got there. I've never seen anything like it. Fact is, I'm pretty certain it shouldn't exist at all. It was existing pretty good a few minutes ago when it tried to blow our faces off. Right, I just mean, based on what I'm seeing, looks like we might be dealing with level 7 AI, strictly forbidden under UFP Council rules. Is it worth anything, or tell me about the AI? It's the most advanced type of AI under UFP Council rules. If you want to do business in UFP space, you have to agree you won't ever even dabble in that stuff. So, can you do anything? Let's try the different levels. Levels advanced how the AI is. Rules are there to prevent some core creating an AI that's too smart for its own good. Levels 1 to 4 are household drone type bots. They follow pretty routine command structures, carry out predefined tasks. They're collections of tasks based on simple algorithms. What about the other levels? Levels 5 and 6 are your more advanced AIs. They have advanced adaptive capabilities and can respond more fluidly to changing circumstances. They're also more regulated. Manufacturers have to get permission from the UFP to make them. And being that Horizon Robotics basically runs the UFP, they're not too generous with giving out those licenses to other corps. That's your fancy corpsec bots, high-end domestics, things like that. And level 7 is even more advanced? Exactly, level 7 have the ability to learn and change with the circumstances. That's anything that approaches or exceeds the level of human cognitive abilities and consciousness. The kind of stuff that scares people, in other words. Is that safe? Oh yeah, totally safe. Maybe. If it shows symptoms of wanting to eradicate the plague of humanity or anything annoying like that, I'll just fry it with my plasma torch. So your options are sounds fair, pay 200 credits, tell me about the level 7 AI, or sounds good, exit. So if you want to unlock this character, you have to pay the 200 credits. I don't know why exactly I have access to the one from the previous game. That may be something taken out of the finalized game. But for the sake of keeping things somewhat equal to anyone that's following along, I'm going to pay this to unlock the character. Lucky for you, this section hasn't been fully implemented yet, so I'll just wave my tech wand and unlock the prototype for you. Don't tell anyone, okay? So prototype can now be recruited at Doc Sam's saloon. So there might be another quest here, but that's kind of it for now. So sadly I did have to burn a good portion of my money, but I can still recruit one new character. So this is where I'm going to be putting the break. I don't know if I want a smuggler for the third character. This is supposed to be like the Han Solo equivalent of characters. I like the weakness, reduced life expectancy for allies. And as for the drugs, there isn't a use for it yet, it seems, not yet implemented. You can sell that for the 100 credits if you so need it, but otherwise I think my options for right now are kind of limited. Yeah, if you want to reset your ability points, be prepared to pay a fortune. So I'm going to put a break here. I have some editing to do on this episode since I couldn't record a single playthrough in peace, and hopefully I get something workable that interests you in the series. All in all, my first impression is on the positive side of things. I kind of like what I'm seeing and I want to see more. So this is going to be the regular upload for the near future. When Wolf comes out, I'll probably be running the two alongside one another, but for now, it's StarCrawler time. And until the next part, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.